What's wrong?
I thought I heard a voice.
Really? Was it my dad?
No. It was a woman's voice.
Wait a sec. Where was the voice coming from?
It came from below us.
Welcome back everyone to another cold recollection. As soon as I had stepped out here, a cutscene played, and I didn't expect it. I was gonna go find the origami paper in that outside area, but I just simply started recording, and just let it play. The courtyard. It was
Ashley.
the courtyard, I think. That's not where the voice is coming from, Ashley. Am I not allowed to go out the courtyard? I think it really wants me to go down here.
It's definitely coming from here.
Is anyone there? Please, someone.
Is that... Now what? It won't open. There must be a key to it somewhere.
Luckily, we might have already found it. I hope so, anyway. A key to the wine cellar. I found it on a shelf in the silver bird room. It's plain black and has some weight to it.
Jessica! Jessica!
Oh. I guess a good time to save. Again, just in case something happens. Anyway. Chapter 5. Secrets of the Ezra family. Well, I thought we already discovered those secrets.
Jessica!
Ashley,
Are you okay?
I think so. But I'm dizzy. Everything is foggy.
I'm so sorry I let you go alone. It was selfish. This is all my fault. Are you hurt?
No, I'm okay. I'm so glad you're safe.
Handcuffs? No good.
Thanks.
I found them outside. I was so worried about you.
Everything suddenly went dark. I must have been knocked out. When I came to, I was handcuffed to this beam.
That's horrible. Who would do something like that?
Bill.
Bill.
Bill did this?
You know about him?
Dad told me.
You met your father?
Yeah. He told me a little.
He was my assistant and is absolutely brilliant. But he betrayed me. He tried to steal the research we did on this island.
Bill tried to steal another?
You knew Bill too?
I did. He used to work with Richard. I never expected him to turn up here. I ran into him right after I left you. He said that he'd take me to Richard. I shouldn't have trusted him. He knocked me out somehow once we got to the mansion.
I had no idea. But wait. Dad said he caught Bill.
Regardless, I'm so glad you finally met Richard.
Yeah, I found him. I asked him about another. And about Mom.
He told you what happened?
Yeah, we talked about it. So that's my dad, huh?
What do you mean? Where is he?
I was with him earlier. But he went off to do something else.
Do something else? He left you alone?
Yeah, he said he had to go start another. Jessica, about Dad, he definitely cares way more about his research than us.
That's not...
He said so. He told me he has to finish another. For Mom.
Richard said that. Really?
Yeah. Did you know about another?
Not really. Your father mentioned it a few times. Something about using it to save people from painful memories.
Yeah, he told me that too. He said Bill stole the keys he needs to start it. So, we split up. I went looking for the keys while he looked for you. But he clearly didn't find you.
Ashley.
I found a newspaper article about what happened to Mom. It said Dad was a suspect. You know the dream I always have? It's about the night Mom was murdered.
Oh, Ashley.
That's why, isn't it? That's why you never talked about Mom or another.
You're right.
Why was Dad a suspect?
Listen to me. Richard found Sayoko that night. And because he was at the scene of the crime, he was a suspect.
Right.
He kept telling them he was innocent. And with no other evidence, they released him. They couldn't find another lead, so the case went unsolved. The false accusations devastated Richard. I confronted him as soon as he was released from custody. I asked outright if he killed Sayoko. He looked me right in the eyes and answered without a hint of guilt. He said, absolutely not.
He told me that too. That he didn't kill her. But
What is it?
he didn't look me in the eyes. It's hard to trust someone who acts like that.
Oh, sweetheart.
I'm just over all this. He isn't my dad. Can't we both just leave here? Together? I'll get those cuffs off you as soon as I can. There's gotta be something I can use around here.
Ashley, wait. Please, give Richard one more chance. He can help.
Why should I?
At the very least, he can get me out of these handcuffs.
But what about you? I can't leave you here. I just found you.
I'll be fine. Now go.
No, I don't trust...
I do. Please, Ashley. Believe in him. He's my older brother. And your father. Okay?
But I... Okay.
And once we get out of here, we'll go home. The three of us.
Yeah. You'll be safe here, right? I'll be right back with Dad.
Yes, I'll be fine. Sayoko, protect her. Please.
I'm so glad you found Jessica.
Me too, but I don't think she could see you.
She's an adult. I'm used to it by now.
I guess.
More importantly, we can't let our guard down.
You're right. I can't believe Bill did that to Jessica. But I'll worry about it later. We need to find my dad. Where could he have gone? I think he was heading toward the courtyard.
Alright. Well, that was a long set of cutscenes. Alright. That's just the cellar. So, where we would want to go is... Can we go here? Yeah, we can. So if I remember right, there's a origami paper out here somewhere. And we'll find that first, and then we'll go down to the basement, I guess. Well, I'll see you guys in a minute. Second floor? Oh. Okay. So we'll have to enter this to get
No
to it.
good. It's locked.
Ashley, look. There's a ladder on the other side of the door.
You're right. Where do you think it leads?
That's the door to my great-grandfather's room.
Okay, but how do we get up there? Oh. There's a lock on the door.
Yeah.
This door leads to the east wing hallway, right? Oh, I can unlock this. The door opened. The door unlocked, not opened. But I do like how the day changed from light to it's kind of starting to go to evening. It's not that way. It's gotta be this way, right? Connecting passage. The door to the courtyard is locked up tight. Well, we're in the east door key. This can't be used here. How are we... How are we supposed to get through this then? I never did check over here. And also, is there anything down here that I can use? Barrel.
Maybe.
Is this barrel full of alcohol? There's so much. Well, there she is. The empty bottles were left behind. This is so dangerous. Something as small as a mouse could knock all this over. I'll get you out of here, Jessica. We'll go back out to the courtyard and then... No, wait. I think I'm already in the place I want to be, right? Oh. I didn't even know you could go out this way. Now, is there a way to unlock this? The door is locked.
Oh.
Yeah, I can unlock it from this side. You unlock the door.
All right.
It opened. Okay, good. That's unlocked now. The door's locked again. It's always locked.
How can we open it? This design.
The other room's doors had one bird, but this one has two.
Yeah. 2 birds holding a silver and gold clover in their beaks. Maybe the key to this room is...
Both keys. You can now combine items. Open the item screen and combine over an item you're interested in, and then combine it, and then combine it. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Yes!
The 2 keys combined into one. The 4-leaf clover key.
Yes!
Alright, it opened. Okay, well, I'm just gonna save here. Because I think we're entering the final part of the game now. Potentially.
Whoa, check out the view. Where's the ladder? Shouldn't it lead to this room? What's wrong, Dee?
This is my great-grandfather, Uncle Henry, and my father.
Grandfather, do you know who I am?
I remember. My father brought me here. My great-grandfather was asleep in the bed. He was sleeping so peacefully. But as we got closer, he opened his eyes and looked at us. He smiled, but it was sad. Father took his hand and squeezed it. He was crying. That was the first time I ever saw him cry.
Oh, Dee.
We have to track down your dad.
Yeah. Where's the ladder we can take back down?
There's a projector.
Wait, wait!
This is a movie projector, right? What sorts of movies could your great-grandfather even watch on this thing? Huh?
Wow. Ashley.
I just remembered something. After my great-grandfather died, my father showed me something with this. Huh?
Hey,
It was some old footage. It was shots of my father and Uncle Henry playing together as kids. The two of them, together.
by the way,
It seemed like it made him sad for some reason.
Dee.
I get that.
This is.
Is this a screen?
yeah,
Yeah, my great-grandfather would watch this in bed. He had such a nostalgic look on his face when he did.
Huh.
I wonder what he'd watch. Oh, fancy bed. Whoa, this bed looks fit for a princess. How luxurious. I've only seen beds this fancy in picture books and on TV. So, zoetrope? A round device made of tent sits on the table.
Wait, wait!
What's this? Some kind of stand? That's a zoetrope. A zoe, what's it?
hey,
They were invented a long time ago, long before I was born. The pictures inside move when it spins. How does it work? Spin the outside with your hand and look in through the slits on the side. I'll give it a try. That's pretty cool, honestly.
Huh.
Wow, that's pretty cool. It really looked like it was moving. Moving pictures are so much fun. I used to love this thing. I guess inventions like this led to the creation of movies. Really? Wow, I had no idea. How do you know all this stuff? It's great.
hey,
Well, I always wanted to be a filmmaker when I grew up. That was my dream.
Dee.
Oh, sorry, Dee. The leather is in tatters. It's a pretty cool color, though. No, nothing about the books. Fireplace? Wonder how long it's been since this fireplace was used. It's covered in cobwebs. It's gonna be such a pain for whoever wants to use it next. They're gonna have to clean up this whole place, not just the fireplaces. Oh. Well, is there anything on top? There's a book. There's an old notebook. There's something written in the notebook. May 1948. I feel my time drawing near. I've decided to record my thoughts while I'm still able to grasp a pen. Today I recall a day from 32 years ago, the day I first held Henry and Thomas in my arms. That was also the day I received a letter of reconciliation from my son Leonard, who had left home after rejecting the life I desired for him. The two young children, Henry and Thomas, appeared while I was caught in a maelstrom of grief and regret. I had just been informed of Leonard's sudden death, yet I will never regret the innocent smiles they wore that day. I resolved then and there to raise Henry and Thomas myself. I loved them more than I had loved anyone before. I wished only for their lives to be filled with joy, and fulfilling that wish became my sole purpose. Henry and Thomas were like a pair of birds who delivered joy to my life. My wish was heard. Both boys growing up healthy and with love for one another. Before long they sought to fulfill wishes of their own, each choosing a path that drew them from the nest. Henry wished to be an artist, Thomas a novelist. I found myself alone in this mansion, yet still wishing for nothing but their happiness. However, as the two began their journeys down their respective paths, my wish was completely and utterly crushed by the upheavals of the time. The world was cast into war. The two were sent to its bitter battlefield. To add insult to injury, this was also when the gold mines withered to nothing, no longer able to support even me alone. Powerless, I prayed for the war to end and for the safe return of my beloved Henry and Thomas. When news of the war's end finally came and the boys returned to me, they were different. My two birds had been hurt. It was as if their wings had been clipped. Henry had lost his right arm, so could no longer hold a paintbrush, and Thomas had lost his heart, and with it his ability to trust. I held the tired, wounded pair in my arms, and I cried. I was reminded of 32 years prior, when I held them for the first time. I prayed that the scars in their bodies and hearts might heal as soon as possible, but now, I wonder if my actions from that point on were right. I once again found myself navigating sorrow and regret just as I did when Leonard passed. Only now, there are no innocent faces to be found, no birds to ease these feelings.
This is
Lawrence's journey.
Great-grandfather.
Great-grandfather. There's something stuck between the pages. Upon my death, Henry Edward is to inherit the entirety of my estate. Upon my death, Henry Edward is to inherit the entirety of my estate. So that's different from the page we had earlier.
This is... But that means...
Okay.
Huh?
It was forged.
Huh?
Hold on, is this a trapdoor? The ladder we saw before must be under it. Ugh, it won't budge with that desk in the way. What can I do? Well, push the desk out of the way, I guess. To get everything out. It won't open. What? What about this? It won't open. This. It won't open. Nothing opens.
Wow.
Oh, there's something weird built into the drawer.
This is it.
Try moving it. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. What should I do? But I'm sure there's some sort of mechanism to this. There's a small cabinet by the bed.
Hey.
Who else told me that there's something great-grandfather cherished in this drawer? Oh, you were right, there's something in there. To my beloved father, I ask that you find it in yourself to forgive me for turning my back on the life you had hoped for me and choosing that life of the life of a musician. I left home without so much as a word to you and was confronted with the cruelties of the world. However, I'm happy that I chose this path for myself. I married and became the father of 2 children. Now I hope there will be a day when I can return home and speak with you. Leonard, Edward. It's a letter from Lawrence's son. It looks like he left home without telling his father. The two children Leonard had, Uncle Henry and my father. And there's an origami paper right there. Leonard the musician. Lawrence had one child, a son named Leonard. Lawrence tried to establish him as a successor, but whether due to a difference in values or something else entirely, Leonard refused to take over the family business. Instead, he chose to leave home and pursue a career as a musician. There was no word on Leonard's whereabouts for a long time. Then one day he sent his father a letter, telling him that he had married a woman he met in a bar. Lawrence resented the fact he had not approved of the marriage, so he refused to see his son. They lost touch again after this. Several years passed, and Lawrence received another letter from Leonard. He had 2 sons by then, Henry and Thomas. Although Lawrence finally agreed to see his son, it was too late. Leonard became sick during an epidemic and passed away at age 30. An epidemic. A thought occurred to me as I learned of these two and how they couldn't connect with one another. In order for a child to understand the motivations of a parent who loses himself in their work, it may be necessary for the child to grow up and become a parent themselves. I wonder if my father thought about Jessica and me as he worked. The same way Ashley occupies my thoughts as I continue my work on Another. Okay. I am going to end it here. Next episode, we might just end the whole game. And we'll solve this puzzle first and we'll see how far it gets us. Alright, have a good day everyone.